introduce themselves. Let's say good morning to Chriselle. Chriselle, good morning to you, and how are you doing? Welcome to the Mid Morning Buzz.
Good morning. Good morning, Glenn. Thank you. It's always a pleasure being here. Good morning to the listeners and viewers of Classic. And thank you very much to my guest, our guest, Mrs. Felix Berkeley, for accepting the invitation to be on the Mid Morning Buzz this morning.
All right. Ms. Berkeley, how are you? Good morning, welcome. I think it's my first time having you being part of the usual chit-chat we do have here. And we here under the theme, ECB Financial Information Month. And I'm assuming that you folks will be sharing lots of information pertaining to how the GDB fills get into this particular information factor pertaining from the Financial Information Month. So, Crystal, as usual, I'll let you take the lead in terms of letting us know what we're going to indulge in today.
Well, like he rightly said, we will be speaking about Financial Information Month. We are in the month of October, and every October, October has been designated as Financial Information Month from the ECCB, hence Mrs. Linda Felix Berkeley on the program this morning. She is the office manager, and I hope I'm getting this right, Ms. Berkeley. She's the office manager of the ECCB home office here in Grenada, and of course she will take the lead in introducing the Financial Information Month and what we have in store on the local front.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Berkeley, let's hear you.
Thank you, Chriselle.
Yes, Ms. Berkeley, you can go ahead and share the information that you have for us this morning. Go right ahead.
Right. So good morning, gentlemen, and thank you for having me on your program, The Morning Buzz. As you said, this is definitely the first time I would be on Financial Information Month. That has been introduced by the ECCB since 2002, so it's 19 years now that we in the Eastern Caribbean Council Union have been observing Financial Information Month. It was introduced by the ECCB along with the ECCU member governments, and it is executed not only by us but all the different partners who are part of the activities of the Financial Information Month. So these partners, we have the financial institutions, banks, credit unions, we have radio stations, we have insurance companies, we have regulators, and so on, who are all part of it. The purpose of Financial Information Month is for our region, our people, to be financially, economically, business, and entrepreneurial strong performers. And that was noticed since back in 2002 when the government said that our people don't seem to know how to manage money, how to manage businesses, how to keep afloat, how to be successful, how to create wealth. And in that aspect, FIM, as we say, Financial Information Month, was introduced. So October is a designated month, and during that month, we do have quite a number of activities. In Grenada, our program is basically radio discussions. We are having a small business workshop, a virtual small business workshop on the 26th of October. And in the past, we had quite a myriad of things. We would have school visits, visits to workplaces, small business workshops all throughout the different parishes, but now we just have to be delegated to radio discussions and television discussions, and that's basically it.
It's basically, we say, so that's how the way of the world is today, right? It's, I mean, I was actually saying it has come down to where the world has become today, in terms of how everything is done, from on a digital level. No minimal person to person interaction is taking place now on a minimal level. You have to be really necessary, really necessary to do that person to person interaction. All right.
And as I indicated to one of my colleagues, I said that was the best part of FIM, going out, going to different parishes, meeting different people from different backgrounds and different work occupations. That was really good when you meet them and they ask questions. But now we have to,
Yes.
accept what is happening and as much as possible try and execute.
You tend to lose that. You tend to lose that interpersonal feel, and get that personal insight on how someone feel about how you interact with them. You understand? I understand that totally. You understand
Definitely.
That? It's just like we do this here. I was saying it's just like how we do this here right now. I mean, way back then, you would have been in studio and we would have been chatting in studio,
That's right. I would have been there looking at you all.
Exactly. Chrislyn would have been smiling more and everything like that, if I can say that. All right. So let's go into the conversation this morning
So let me just say that the theme for Financial Information Month is financial empowerment through education. So that's a broad overarching theme that stays all through the years, but for different years they have different focus. So the focus for 2021 is innovation in the face of financial adversity. Respond, recover, rise. And isn't that very, very appropriate?
Very timely. Very timely.
Yes, I would say so.
Right. And for that focus, we have another subcategories that we have broken down. Let's get digital. That was mentioned in the previous discussion, which I heard. Make saving, budgeting, and investing a habit for a more comfortable tomorrow. And minding your business, how your small business can stay afloat in tough times. So these are the three focus that we are doing for this month. So most of the discussions that we are having, radio discussions and so on, it focuses around promoting information on these three areas.
Right. Yesterday, I did have conversation with another, of course, entity that spoke a lot, of course, in Let's Get Digital, and they give a lot of information in terms of how getting into the digital part of doing business now has certainly helped their business a whole lot. You understand? Of course, a couple of weeks ago, myself and even Chrislyn even spoke about that, how the digital way is even helping the GDB. You understand? And now let's get into the mind your business and how your small business can stay afloat in these high times. How is the ACCB, of course, helping in that aspect of it?
Well, we are helping in respect to information and guidance. So part of the FIM is to promote education to our people, and then of course providing information on how to mind your business and how your small business can stay afloat. And there, it comes down to managing your finances. You have to look at your business, see where your strengths are, your weaknesses. Look at where you are making money, where you are leakages, where you are losing money, where your business is standstill, you're not getting customers as you should, or you're getting more customers. So you have to examine your business, how it is performing. So as I say, minding your business, not just selling, buying, and not pay attention to the critical aspects. Am I making money? Am I making a profit? Does this make sense? Are people still coming? Are customers still calling me? So all these things you have to do in terms of minding your business. So you keep looking at it to make sure that you are providing a service that is needed and it is helping to pay your bills. So also, what is also recommended for small business, you always look for new opportunities. So you could be doing one business and then you see, based on what customers are ask for, you realize that I'm doing this, but then people are asking me that question about that service. You look at these opportunities. So let me try to see how that works. And you try it, and then you find that, okay, well, that's another supplement to my business. I'm getting a bigger income. So that's seeking new opportunities. Adaptation and innovation, that's another one. With the digital platform now, a lot of people are saying that even the business has expanded. You go on Facebook, you promote your stuff, you take numbers of people. When you meet them, you have your WhatsApp grouping, and you promote yourself through that forum. Funding, assistance options. In rough times, there are always ways that you could get assistance. There are always some sort of fund that will be there for people who are struggling. So you try to always look out and listen what's happening. Where are the sources for small business? People like myself who are struggling now. Where can I get assistance? And you go to the places where you know you couldn't, what your neighbor tells you. You go straight to the place and you get information directly. So you would know whether or not you should continue or what you need in order for you to get support for your business to continue. Because after all, your business is most time your livelihood. That's what pay your bills. That's what buy your food. That's what educates your children. That's what keeps your roof over your house, over your head. All these things are important. Risk management is also part of it. You always look at, see, where am I strong? Where are the risks are? What is affecting my business negatively? What are the risks of me failing and why? So you always have to keep examining your environment, how you are doing, what is assisting you, what is pulling you down. All these things are important in terms of minding your business. So when you look at all these things, you cut off what you think are the negatives, what are keeping you back, what is not good for you, what is not happening, what is not making sense, and you focus on your strengths.
Mm-hmm.
If your strengths are finding new options, looking at alternative business, as I said, looking at the second flow of income, these are part of what you should be doing. So all this is important, minding your business, how your business can stay afloat in tough times. And that is very, very appropriate right now because I've seen it in real life around me.
Okay, so you just spoke, of course, and gave a lot of tidbits in terms of, you know, the minding your business option there in terms of the ECB's month of course, the financial month information. Now, Chrislyn, how does the GDB per se, of course, falls into this? Into the financial information month, and what is the GDB looking forward to in terms of highlighting and of course informing their customers in this particular initiative?
Glenn, it appears that you rechristened me on live TV and radio and
did I say Chrislyn? Did I not say Chrislyn? Did I not say Chrislyn? Chriselle, my apology.
Glenn, Chrislyn means something important to you, man.
Chriselle, my humble apology.
Okay, you would not just take it right out with an answer. That's
Chriselle, my apology. I know she's going to beat me up at that a whole lot today, but my apology. Chrislyn was another name that's in my mind.
In terms of the question that you asked, okay, so like Ms. Berkeley stated, for Financial Information Month, it's a collaboration between amongst the financial institutions, mm-hmm. including insurance, banks. I think the FIU is also involved. Is the FIU involved this year, Ms. Berkeley?
Not this year, but we have CAFIN as one of the regulators who are involved.
Right. So what is our role at Grenada Development Bank? Over the years, we have been tasked with spearheading the small business workshop. Then over the weeks, we've spoken a lot about businesses and development of businesses and people and, well, small businesses. Mm-hmm. So we also have that hat on as part of the Financial Information Month. So as the person or the organization responsible for that, we would provide all the necessary information to small businesses as per the theme. This year, the theme is Respond, Rise. Ms. Berkeley, can you help me here? I know I have two of the words correct.
Yes, respond, recover, rise.
Mm-hmm. Respond, recover, and rise. Exactly. And it is finding your way through financial struggles. So this year, the focus for the small business workshop will be wealth creation. So Ms. Berkeley spoke a little bit about minding your business. And minding your business involves wealth creation. So how do you put yourself in a position to respond to the hardship that you are undergoing, to recover from it, and to rise from the ashes? And one way you can do that is to build wealth, to accumulate wealth, to mind your business. So the small business workshop will focus on that. Also, we'll have NIS, who is also a partner for the Financial Information Month, speaking about what business owners should do in terms of regulating their business and registering their business with NIS. They'll also receive some information regarding tax compliance, because again, as a business owner, you should be abiding by the laws of the land. And the laws of the land state that your business should be registered with NIS. Your employees should also be registered with NIS, and that you should be paying tax as per the laws of the land. So that will be the focus. Again, Grenada Development Bank will focus on the creating wealth part of the workshop, and that presentation will be done by our general manager, Mr. Mervyn Lord. In the past, we have done record keeping, because that is one of the areas we've noticed from a banking standpoint that small business owners usually they lack the necessary skills to do that. So that has been a focus in the past. But this year, in keeping with the theme, we'll focus on wealth creation.
Okay. Now, let me ask a question, and I wonder which one of you two maybe think it's fitting to answer it. We're talking about the adversity and the innovation drive all being part of the theme this year. So what is it about the adversity and the drive innovation? How does it fit into this?
Well, I'll start, and Ms. Buckley, you can add whatever you feel necessary. One of the characteristic, Glenn, of a business, any business, would be viability and sustainability. So I do not know anyone who starts a business thinking that I'm going to do this for 1 year. Maybe there is, but I don't know of anyone.
Everybody's looking for the long haul, per se. For that long-term benefit. I said everyone is looking for that long-term benefit in the business. Exactly.
Exactly. So if your business is going to be viable and sustainable, and that is ensuring that you are making a profit or at the least breaking even, and you are keeping up to date with the changes in the environment, the changes in technology, the changes in your customer needs. All of this would speak to the theme: getting through adversities, responding, rising, and recovering. There are some businesses who have not adjusted to the present climate, and not just COVID. COVID is one of those things, but we're also looking at technology. There are some businesses that are still functioning as if it's 1995.
So true.
And we can't afford for this to continue. There are needs that you need to fill on the part of your customers. Ms. Buckley spoke about that. What do your customers want? Is it that your customers want to pay their bills online? If that's what they want, then it would be wise to give them that. If it is maybe your customers want to have a new product, you want to diversify. Probably if you are making ice cream, they would like a new flavor added. You may want to do that. So all of that will help you knowing your customers' needs and being able to create what your customer wants and diversify and ensure that your business can grow, get from point A to point B. That is part of getting through adversities. That is part of responding. That is part of rising. That is part of recovering. So I don't know if that answered your question. Ms. Buckley, do you have anything to add on that?
I think you dealt with it comprehensively. Innovation means that you always have to look at yourself. I don't want to be repetitive, but you have to always, even in good times and bad times, you always have to look at how I can retool, what I can change to keep abreast or to keep afloat or to prevent or to work with financial adversity. So that's always important. I'm sure GBN has innovated over the years
Certainly they have.
I think we are right now, Ms. Buckley is a perfect example of innovation.
Exactly.
Yes. And let me hasten to say, sometimes we hear the word innovation and then we start trembling. But innovation can be so very simple. Innovation may not mean introducing a new line of a product or introducing a brand new product. Innovation may simply mean changing a process. Innovation may simply mean providing your employees with a cell phone or responding to your messages via WhatsApp. So there are innovation. You have the diverse and drastic innovation, but at the same time, you do have the smaller innovations that would make a major difference in your organization.
If I could jump in here a minute, what would both of you think will be some of the constraints of innovation here in Grenada?
Well, I would start with our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, what we've noticed is that our mind do not allow us to conceive the kind of innovation that we would like. That is one. Secondly, we are a culture of, should I say, repetition or follow fashion, as the young people would say. One person did it, that person is doing it well. We believe that we can function there too. So you may see many people selling chicken and chips when you go to an event. Mm-hmm. You may see many barbecue stands, and we're all doing the chicken and chips the same way. We're all doing the barbecue stands the same way. We're all running the buses the same way. Have we thought that maybe we can do barbecue differently? Have we thought of barbecuing shrimp or putting the corn on the grill and the bread on the grill and the vegetables on the grill? Have we thought of doing cheesy fries instead of simple chicken and chips? Have we thought of putting some different kind of seasoning or sauce on the chicken? So our mind is the very, very first barrier of innovation. I don't know if you'd agree with that, Miss Buckley or Glenn, but it's based on what is seen in our environment. Even when we look at our culture, we've changed the way we speak. We've gotten rid of our local accent and we start sounding like other people. We've gotten rid of the words that are our local words. Yes, we have standard English. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be speaking standard English, but at the same time, our culture defines us. It's part of innovation. But we are a culture that adapt the culture from other people. So we also adapt the ideas from other people.
So you are basically saying, just to cut you a bit, so you're basically saying some of the constraint that we have here in Grenada is that we're not trying to do things with our minds. We are not trying to do things beyond just the regular. If you would say, if you could do that, we're not prepared to go beyond the regular.
Not doing things beyond the regular is the definition of innovation. Mm-hmm. So our mind is stuck on what we see and what we know. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think from moving on from our mind being that major hamper there, I would think that the acceptance of our innovation would be another little pin that causes us not to go forth and conquer.
All right.
Sometimes we come up with a new idea and some people would be like, what? What can tell me that? That don't make sense. But every new idea didn't make sense until it became a thing. I mean, Zoom probably didn't make sense, but here we are. Mm-hmm. The internet probably didn't make sense at one point, but again, here we are. The first person that thought of broadcasting songs via waves, probably they were looked upon like, how did you get there? But here we are. We have the radio stations. You understand? And every big invention, everything that was innovated, everything that exists today, at some point was just an idea in somebody's mind. At some point, there were people that looked upon them like crazy people. Are you kidding me? Where did you get that idea from? Some ideas are before their time. Some ideas you have them in 1955, but 1955 probably wasn't ready for it. So it wasn't introduced until 2015, and that is okay too. So our mind has the biggest role to play when coming to innovation and the acceptance of that.
Okay. I want to thank you both this morning. Of course, time has, of course, elapsed on us just a wee bit. So let me thank both of you for sharing the information that you shared this morning. And Chriselle, I know I got the name right at this time. I wouldn't be getting a beating. I want to thank you a whole lot for sharing this morning. Also, we did have with us this morning, of course, I'm missing it on the lovely lady's name. That's Miss Linda Felix Berkeley. I want to thank you both for coming and sharing information this morning on, of course, ECB Financial Information Month. And I certainly hope the listeners, the viewers alike, of course, absorbed all that you said, and then especially the latter part of the conversation where you shared with the innovation part, in which, of course, lots of businesses on island could use to make their business even better. Now, any closing, of course, words from both of you this morning before we take a wrap?
Right. So I just want to promote our virtual small business workshop that's coming up. People who are interested, they can call our office 440-3016 to register.
Okay.
And again, from a GDB standpoint, I'd like to reiterate the importance of keeping our staff and customers safe. So I'd like to reiterate that if you are seeking information on any of the bank's products and services, you can do that via virtual means. That is our WhatsApp. That would be the first option for you. So 405-3242, that's the number for our WhatsApp. And you can also call that number. If you would like to call our office, that would be 440-2382. You can also send us a message via Facebook. So we are trying as much as possible to keep the traffic in the bank a little bit light, and we are only accepting 3 people into the bank at any one point, and that walk-ins will only be allowed for payments. Everybody else, we ask that you make an appointment with your loans officer or seek your information via virtual means. So that's it this morning, Glenn. Thank you very much for having us again, and it's a pleasure seeing you again this morning.
Yes.
And I look forward to our next interview next week.
Next week, most likely. Chriselle, let me thank you once again, Miss. I keep saying Chriselle, but it's Chriselle.
I don't know why you keep saying Chriselle, Glenn. We'll have to speak about Chriselle.
I know the reason. I know the reason why. I can't share it on there. Anyway, for yourself about day. Thanks a whole lot for being part of the Mid Morning Buzz here on K105 and also on GBN TV. I want to wish you folks a great day and thank you a whole lot.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, and
Bye-bye.
thank you for having us.
Hey, I want to thank you folks who are locked on for us via, of course, K105, and those of you who are viewing via the various platforms, including GBN TV. Join us again for another edition next week. It's G2 Radio. Let's continue the music here on K105.
Positive vibration.